Hello. As you can see, hold on, I don't start till I cover the numbers up. I know that here in my room, the visuals aren't very good, but the voice, the audio seems to be holy cow. Seems to be okay. And I have good news regarding that. I have been a very good girl with my money these past couple months. And see, when I have hypomania, I do things like I shop, and sometimes it's big things and sometimes it's little things. And last time it was this. Okay. These. Wait, here they are. Okay. There's more of them. Here's another one. Okay. Okay. That light's a little bright. Let me see if I can find a better. Now, does that say hypomania or what? I have pencils. These are like bright neon pens. One time when I was hypomanic, I bought 2 tracksuits, and one, the whole thing was this color, this orange, bright orange, day glow orange, and the other one was day glow yellow. That's why I keep a room separate from my bedroom. This room is my hypomanic room. I mean, I already have pens and pencils. In fact, I collect pencils. So what on earth possessed me to buy 18 day glow disposable mechanical pencils? When I'm hypomanic and I'm just walking by, my eyes tend to get stuck on the day glow stuff. I think I have enough Post-its. That's not red. That's pink. Here. Let me fix it for you. This will make it better. I can change the tone. That's a little better. Yeah, that's a little more accurate. So this, these. Come on. This. But I was very careful to keep it to inexpensive office supplies. And every time I looked at something, I thought, how many of those do I already have at home? And depending on what the answer was whether I bought it or not. And I was really good. And that means I now have enough money to buy a camera specifically for video blogging, vlogging, there's really nothing I can do about my Wi-Fi, my internet connection, because I live. You're gonna see. I'm gonna be uploading a. I did a video where I was talking about something related to um, anxiety and depression, but I had the camera facing the road because there were a couple things I wanted you to see, and I'll be posting that. And now I can't even remember why I am telling you that. Um, and I have to go back to the other shade that I like warmer tones. Um, oh, the money. And I took on. I was only going to do 3 dog training jobs. That means I see that person and their dog once a week for usually it takes 10 weeks because I provide not just, training, sit down, blah, 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 but most of the time there's a lot of education because most of these people are clueless. And that's why they're paying me to come. And, but I took on extra so that I could get a camera. Um, Most people pay me in checks, but for some reason lately I got cash. So I got some cashola and I'm going to get a better camera. I don't know what kind, and it'll take me a while because I am very thorough about major purpose purchases, provided I'm not hypomanic. Um, when I'm depressed, I don't do anything. So uh, I just, what I do is with online shopping now to help counter the hypomanic um, purchases is I just love the feature on all of the apps that you can just like something and then later I'll go through all those things I liked and be a little more reasonable about. I'm stuck on like vintage stuff from the 80s, and you know what? They have trapper keepers on eBay and Macari, but like they're like $50 and I want one. And so uh if I were manic, hypomanic, I don't shop when I'm manic. It's just hypomanic. I might have just been plopping that money down, but I'm in a pretty good um, mood state. I'm pretty, as far as I know, normal um, right now. So I do understand that that's ridiculous. Um, I have a perfectly, well, it has its faults, but it's perfectly functional and it's new. And there's no reason for me to buy a new folder for when I see it was just silly. Um, like I did buy these shoes, these 80 shoes for $80. They're really uncomfortable and they're day glow. Yes, I should like run and get them and show you, but I really don't have to. Those things, they're white, but all the decal and trim are these day glow colors. So Here's another manic, hypomanic. If it has a flow and thought, it's hypomanic. If it's just words written in no conscious order, then it's mania. But I am going to be referring to these, and I just happen to notice that another thing I do when I'm hypomanic is I take notes. I don't even know what some of these are. In this Dayglow green, they're bands with songs on them. Apparently, I was making a playlist, but what kind or for who, I don't know. But I got these out because there was something about travel and mania and psychosis. And you have to bear with me for a second because they have these different, oh, here it is. Okay. I'm going to refer to that in just a second. As you can see, I am wearing one of my hats. It needs to be dusted off. It is time for me to dust off my hats, get out my cosplay. The Renaissance Festival starts this weekend, which is tomorrow and Sunday and Monday. I wonder what the weather's on Monday. My mom wants to go one day, but it has to be pretty cool for her to go. Saturday is going to be rainy, so I'm not going. I'm not trudging through the mud. Sunday, I would like to go. I'm going to wait and see what the temperatures really are. Make sure it's not too hot to bring my dog. I save up money all year so that I can buy things that I want. But I do plan on being more frugal this year. Plan to. But there's just something I enjoy about being there. Just a feeling I get of freedom. I have anxiety about getting there, but not so much anymore because I've been there so many times. And I'm always better when my dog's with me. And but I still am anxious. I'm a little concerned about how many people are there going to be. I am going to wear a mask, and I'm like, that's going to make my cosplay look so dumb. But that's, I am vaccinated. And still, that's no guarantee. So I will be wearing a mask. I will find my coolest mask. I did order, see, they had the canceled 2020, but they had the merchandise already, and you could buy it ahead of time for this year. And it was named Year of the Plague. And back when they had the plague, way back when, in Europe and whatnot, and they wore those long beaky things with the holes, those masks, and they would come and collect the bodies. That was the design. I got a sweatshirt, but I also got a mask that says that and has the picture on it, Year of the Plague. So maybe I'll wear that mask. I'm not sure because I'm pretty sure it's just, maybe my mom can reinforce it for me. because we do have material where we made our own masks with the proper filter between two sheets, but then we're talking 80-degree weather, so it's a big area. I just don't know, is there gonna where I live, people don't want to get vaccinated. People don't want to wear masks. So how risky is it? But I gotta go. I go every year. It is what I live for every year. So I can go and for that day have freedom from real life. I am now 50. I don't know when some bizarre thing's going to hit my health and I won't be able to go anymore. So, and it's like it takes like 2 hours to get there and 2 hours to get home. And I don't plan on going as often this year. Um, Also, with my dog, if you'll remember, he did have that knee surgery. He's doing great. He runs up and down the stairs, runs across the yard and everything, makes me nervous. But for a length of time, we're going to be walking for a little bit and rest and stuff. So, um, but I was specifically thinking about why is it that I like to get dressed up and go. Here's a picture of me and my dog. And that's in one of my cosplays, and he's wearing fairy wings. You know, what is it that I get out of it? And why is it why is a potentially very, very anxiety producing situation become a place where I am comfortable and um, at ease and just I just love walking. I just love looking at the craftsmanship, and especially when they have the people they are demonstrating. Also, I have to pick all the brains of the people that have tents in this one area. The the bear with me. The people that are selling things, merchants, um, rent space for tents to sell their merchandise. But you have to fill out an application ahead of time. You have to send pictures of your merchandise that you will be selling. Um, and they ask if you would be able to demonstrate your craft. And while you're there, and it costs so much for that space, you have to provide your own tent and stuff. So I also plan to bring a notepad and ask questions people. So how much did it cost you to rent this space? And you have to get insurance, you have to get a license to sell. And my I've shown you all my brooms and my wands um a little bit, but that's what my uh tent would be. Brooms. I did on Etsy sell my staff. I made, like a sorcerer's staff. Um, I only made $17 because the shipping is outrageous. But if I went to the festival, I wouldn't have to pay shipping. So, anyway, um, So I was curious as to why. Now, if it was just like we have a little festival, a little fair right down the street, like the Missouri Fair. It's a pretty big thing, but nobody's dressed up and everybody's in regular day clothes, and it's just, I have absolutely no desire to go down there. And I will drive 2 hours to go to this place. And obviously, I know that it is really marketed to make money. And I'm, I don't mind if I have the money and I want that thing, I will give you the money that you are asking for. That's my concept of money. It might bite me in the ass later, but all my life, I have not really understood the concept of the value of money. To me, money is only what you can get for it. And so I always say, okay, now there's going to be one big expenditure this year. Everything else is going to be little, trinkets, little necklace. I get a year's worth of incense from the same booth. I love these people. I've been going so long. These people know me. They know my dog's name. Um, and like Shoe Place knows me. So I like that. I like that. I just feel like I'm at home and I'm wearing a witch's hat and I've got a cloak and I am somebody else. I am not me. It's like taking a vacation from myself. And raise your hand, who doesn't want that? You know? And it's my holiday, it's my getaway. And I get, I pay for um, I have a collection of you get a medallion for a season's pass, and you get some other goodies with it. Free ticket for a friend, which I don't have any. So that I use one for my mom. Sometimes she goes twice, but it has to be cool weather. And my dog, they fill out a form, give them vaccination records and a picture of the dog. They know him. um, and he gets a little tag. He has a collection. He has a special collar. My dog has a Renfest collar and leash that he only wears there. And it has all the years that he's gone on there. So any other time we go, we just walk through the gate. And so, and I wonder if all of the merchants are gonna be there, because maybe they won't, because they think that maybe there won't be enough people to buy their stuff. I mean, these people come from all over the Midwest, from up north to down south, and they go follow they have the same company runs the same Renaissance Festival in different states. But I believe ours is the largest. It's a it's got many roads and stuff. And so you can, I just like to get lost in those little alleyways and the sounds. There's always a drumming sound. And then there's tinkling sounds from the women that are wearing the gypsy skirts, and bagpipes are out there, and you just like turn a corner and there's somebody playing the flute by a tree, and and they know what they're playing. They're not just like, and they have a little thing for you to put some money in. This is it. See, it's like a whole village, and I have many times explained that I cannot follow directions very well. I can look at a map, I can look at this map, and it tells me, they tell me where north is on this map. And so I look at it and I'll go like this and turn north upwards. Maybe that will help. But I can't get that, I can't get this to in to mean anything in this. But all the buildings have numbers. I can follow the numbers. So it's the direction. So mainly I just wander around. Um, there are a few places I absolutely want to hit at some point. Um, if my mom comes, I will let her do the navigating and then I can just chill. um, but I keep getting distracted. My point is, maybe it's the same thing like gaming. Like gaming is like just getting away from reality, and but it's more than that because you're actually there. It's visceral. And I have such a wonderful imagination. Pretending, I'm very good at pretending as a coping mechanism, that I know that some of these people are like totally, they're, well, like they're part of the festival and they look really good. And then there are people that are visitors and they look really good. They really put some thought into their cosplay. And then there is people just half assed it to just have a little fun and are probably drinking and doing the pub crawl. But I I'm very good at filling in the spaces to suit my fancy. And so I can take the sounds and the smells and anything that doesn't go with the fantasy of the Renfest. My mind can fill it in and I don't see it. It's not there. It's not part of my experience. And I just really appreciate it when there are other people there that have um, really put effort in. Um, I have to get my mom to teach me how to sew soon, very soon, before she cannot sew anymore. And then I will have no one to. I make brooms and stuff, but I can't sew. I pick out the fabric and she makes my cloaks and stuff. My hats I buy. Don't ask how much. But I was reading about psychosis, and there are actually terms for psychosis when people travel. And for example, there is one called Tahiti syndrome. Um, when people go on vacation to Tahiti and it bring the crowds in the beach bring on a kind of psychosis. Um, these are all old notes, so I don't remember very particularly what was involved with them. So if you're interested more, you can look them up. But I had just remembered I had these notes. There's something called, I can understand this one totally. Jerusalem syndrome, which is a sort of religious feelings that overcome you. And I'm not saying if you're feeling the spirit or whatever you want to call it that you're psychotic, but this can bring on something they call Jerusalem syndrome when they have visitors to Jerusalem and they get just sort of overwhelmed with the experience. And they may also be like praying for a long time. And there's also a Florence syndrome brought on by the sight of fine art. Now, there's one I would like to experience. So, um, maybe after I get my camera, my next goal should be to save for um, a trip to Florence so I can experience Florence syndrome and have psychosis come on from the sight of fine art. But I was thinking that perhaps my experiences with um, going every year to the Renaissance Festival and getting that rush and getting taken away in the fantasy and the filling in the spaces um, can bring on a little bit of a syndrome for me. Okay. Um, so I need to be getting my cosplays ready, leave the world of dog training and hostile work environment, PTSD behind, and then just take it in. Just please let there be plenty of vendors that are in a good mood because they get cranky if it rains or the crowd isn't very big. So I'm hoping for that. And um and maybe something really nice to buy, something really nice to have. I um I know I was having problems before when I was seeing that I put something on my other channel, and I was very frustrated alive. Well, I would like you to know that I have figured out a way to keep that from happening again. The little avatar up in the corner on my personal channel, it's ugly, but it's like this lime green with hot pink X in it, and there is no missing that I'm on that channel. I need to change it. So I am going to go ahead and go. Um, I'm kind of behind on everything, but I'm hoping to have some time next week to let you know how the Ren Fest went. Um, And so I'm going to say good night to the absolute 0 people watching me. Yeah. If this is a sign, this is a sign um, that that I don't know. Is this here? It is. It's more of a lavender, but it was bright pinkish purple before. Um, but there's nobody here. I don't think anybody was here the whole time I was talking. Nobody. I'm getting like maybe 10 people watching my videos. Um, so um, this is really making me think that um, maybe I'm a bit obsolete in the YouTube world. Um, I'm still in my Discord, but I'm pretty much just talking to myself. It's um, bipolar support PA25. If you want to message me there or join me there, anybody. And I have to go to bed now. Good night.